and so many things. And I've read your Air Force posture statement, whether it's quality of life for the service members or their families, whether it's dormitories, child development centers, munitions, everything. I think this committee has been very supportive. One of the areas I focus on is human performance optimization. We started putting money in that. We're hoping to increase the funding again, but I think the developing that elite person is very, very important. So we look forward to working with you. Now, I'm represent San Antonio military town. I think y'all were there just recently. I want to bring up an issue that former Chairman Mac Thornberry from Texas and myself, we amended, at my request, amended the NDAA. I think it was in 2019. Then after that, there was a memorandum of understanding in August of 2019 between the Air Force and the San Antonio water system. It had to do with the resolution of this 54-inch pipeline under Lackland Air Force Base. And basically, under the agreement, the Air Force forced San Antonio water system to put the water line outside instead of going through the base, because as you know, there are some problems underneath. Your folks said they didn't want to disturb what's underneath, which is a little disturbing to our community because we really don't know what's underneath. But nevertheless, they went around the base, and under the agreement, the Air Force had accepted to accept this pipeline. Now, 3 years later, you all have been delaying for several reasons, and despite a law, NDAA, besides an agreement that you all signed, you all are still 3 years behind to do this. And as you know, San Antonio has been very, very, very supportive of the military there, especially the Air Force. So, Mr. Secretary, and to the Chief of Staff, why is the Air Force more than 3 years behind on resolving an impasse with the San Antonio water system over this legacy 54 sewer line beneath Lackland Air Force Base? It was done back in 2019. Law got changed. You all signed a memorandum, and here we are 3 years later, and we're still waiting. So, again, y'all got to be good partners with our local community in San Antonio. So hopefully you can give us an answer in a specific date when we can work this out.
So thanks, Congressman. Yes, we all need to be good partners, and my understanding is they are working closely with the San Antonio Water Service. What I would say to maybe have a real short answer to the question is I'm told we believe by June of this year we will have kind of mediated and come to agreement on the number of issues that are still outstanding. If we don't get there by June, I'll come down and let you know why.
Okay. Thank you so much. Look forward to sitting down with y'all.
Thank you. I'm going to try to cut the votes down to, the questions down to 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, I try to do that too. 2 to 3 minutes for we can get as many, because I think we're going to be on the floor till about 11:30. It looks like the way this is going. So with that, Mr. Carter. Judge it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary, the Air Force recently selected 3 companies under the ANPI program to deploy microreactors targeting a 2028 timeline. CONUS deployment accelerating the original 2030 timeline. Given the Air Force growing power demands and the operational advantages these systems provide in a contested logistics environment, in particular in Indo-PACOM, what is the primary limiting factor to deploying this capability in operational settings over the next few years?
So thank you, Congressman. I'm a big supporter. I we're pushing hard to field these, not only Oconus, but CONUS. Matter of fact, I think the first fielding is going to be up in Alaska for a CONUS microreactor. With respect to the overseas, the long pole there is going to be not just to finish the technical aspect, because there is some technical work that has to be done. It's actually easier to build these stationary versus being able to deploy them into theater. So there's some technical aspects of that we are working through, as well as the Army is working through, and we're working with the Army on those deployable microreactors. Probably the biggest long pole, aside from the technical, is just going to be in the negotiation with our overseas allies and partners on getting the flexibility to actually